we've got to go back to the point at which we're looking at this in the broadest sense. We've looked at our industry, we've determined that there's opportunities, we've sized up the value of those opportunities. Underneath those opportunities are customers, and there are large, medium, and small customers. So what we want to do is make sure that we are going at the largest possible piece of business that we can handle as a company. It doesn't pay to go too big too fast if we only have the ability to service small or medium-sized companies right now, if we're manufacturing something or we're locally related to providing service. We need to be sure that we are always escalating and reaching for the next rung on that ladder. And here's what mistake people make. It's always easier to make a call on a current customer than it is a new customer. It's always easier to make a call on a small or medium-sized customer than a big customer. What's the reason for that? Big customers are being pursued by almost everybody. You're in there with a lot of other folks who want that big customer's business because it might be worth 20 customers. That business may be the business of 20 other customers. So if you got it, your business would grow by a large scale. How do you go about getting that large customer? You have to plan. You have to show them you understand their business. You have to show them you can provide that service. You have to demonstrate interest and through that process bring a better value to them all the time. And getting that big first sale is such a thrill and such a rush because it means your company went from X to sometimes 5 or 10X, and that's a real point of accomplishment for a lot of companies. I think, for example, of somebody who provides IT support, and they do so with a group of 4 or 5 people servicing medium-sized companies and maybe doing contract IT work in those companies. They might bid to do all of the IT work for a large company in the area, or a school district, or a city within 10 or 15 miles of them, which would quadruple their business. And so now they're going to be asked a pretty fundamental question. How do you go from 5 people serving 10 customers, let's say, to being able to handle our business? So one of the other mistakes that is often made in that process is, well, we're really good at what we do, and when we get that business, we'll all be able to serve it. That's not pre-planning. That's not showing how you're a bigger business before you are, in fact, earning that bigger bit of business. So you have to plan. You have to bring the people to that opportunity that would be serving their business. This would be the additional 5 people that I've identified that would come onto our company if we earned the city of Tampa or the city of Dallas's IT services contract. Once you're there, you have shown them a way that they can feel comfortable, that you can provide for their needs, and that you will be successful at doing so. So it's all about planning for the future. It's not being afraid to reach for the bigger bar, and it's always being willing to show and demonstrate how you can be confident in providing that service successfully to the larger entity. And that is, from the larger entity's perspective, their number one concern. We only work with big companies because we're a big company. Many people have heard that. It doesn't mean that small or medium-sized companies cannot grow to provide those needs. If they plan it, they demonstrate they can be successful at it.